Hi guys, Geecher64 here, and today we're going to be talking about some Clint Eastwood movies coming to 4K for the first time. We'll be talking about Pale Rider, The Outlaw Josey Wales, as well as Dirty Harry coming to 4K for the first time. These will be released on April 15th. Getting this video up a little bit earlier than what I normally do, so hopefully with getting this video up early, none of these steelbooks are going to be sold out. You'll actually know about them and have the opportunity to get them and pre-order them if you are interested. In this video, we will look at all of the options that are going to be available from the steelbooks and the basic releases. We'll look at where to get these, what the pricing is for all of these, the special features and specs. I will also share my thoughts on the art as well. Everything will be chapter marked here, so you can jump around if you want to. And with all that said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, first up, we'll talk about the basic releases. We'll talk about Pale Rider first. On Amazon and Walmart, it is $25 for the basic release. $25 is about on par what I would have expected from this. If you compare it to something like the Tarantino 4K releases that we got in January, the basic releases for those were $28, so this is a little bit cheaper than those. But then again, if you compare it to what Paramount put out with the Galaxy Quest Steelbook, the 4K Steelbook was $25, and that was a steelbook. So, I would say this is kind of a mid-price here. It's not the best price, but it's not a bad price either when it comes to the basic releases. Now, none of the images that we'll talk about here on the basic releases that I've found have shown a slipcover. So I don't know if there's going to be a slipcover with these or not. I do think it's kind of cheap if they don't include a slipcover. The Tarantino movies included a slipcover, so we'll just have to wait and see. On top of the fact that I don't particularly care for this cover art. I don't like it. I think it's extremely basic, super desaturated, which isn't necessarily a problem, but it's just very boring. It's a very boring cover art. I don't know why they didn't just go with one of the posters, the existing movie posters out there. Again, I will talk about that when I talk about what's missing from this release. And again, all of this will be chapter marked. Let's go and move into another movie that's coming out, which is The Outlaw Josey Wales, which at Amazon and Walmart is $25. So far, all of the basic releases at $25. Now, you can see the cover art continues the same style that we got with Pale Rider, even down to the font that's used for the movie title and the fact that Clint Eastwood is here. Again, just not big on this design. Super desaturated, pretty boring. I'm not big on this.
Not quite my tempo.
However, in regards to the three movies that we're talking about here, this is my favorite, my personal favorite movie out of the three. So as far as upgrading to 4K, this is probably one that I'm leaning towards. And none of the basic releases or the steelbooks I'm going to talk about include a Blu-ray. They are not dual packed. You're only getting a 4K here, which is par for the course. This is for Warner Brothers. This is a Warner Brothers release, so I wasn't too surprised the fact they're not dual packing, because that's their new norm now ever since The Flash. I think is when they first started doing that. But the other option is Dirty Harry, which at Amazon is $34 and Walmart is $25. I don't know what happened there. Now, again, the price at Amazon may drop down to $25, but right now it's currently listed for $34, so I don't know what's going on with that. Again, same style as all the other ones, same font for the movie title here. I don't really care for this style, but I will give them props that it's very uniform. I do think there's something to be said about with these releases having some uniformity to them, but I wouldn't sacrifice style over uniformity, which is basically what they did with these basic releases. Again, there's other options they could have went with. I'll talk about that more and when we get to that section. But let's move into the steelbook section, which has a little bit more dynamic cover art. So we'll look at Pale Rider first, which at Amazon and Walmart is $35, but on Groove it is $30, so you're saving $5 there if you get it on Groove. However, if you're comparing it to Amazon and Walmart, it's $10 more to get the steelbook. Is that kind of high for a steelbook upgrade? I think it is. It's obviously just a matter of preference. I collect steelbooks, but as steelbooks have had the more premium packaging, when you're getting $10, $15, even $20 more that you're having to pay just for packaging, I just don't think that that's reasonable anymore. And as such, I haven't been collecting as many new release steelbooks as I used to, because that gap between the basic releases and the steelbook continues to grow. Perhaps if the steelbook was dual packed or had some kind of extra special feature or something else with it other than just the packaging to justify the $10, but it doesn't. It's the same thing you get with the basic release. It's just the packaging. However, in regards to the art, this is a much better upgrade from the art from the basic release, in my opinion. I love the silhouettes down here, and obviously you have Clint Eastwood up top. It really creates a nice symmetry. I love the colors. I really think that the orange and yellow pops great. It really gives you the sunset feel, which is, indicative of Westerns. I really dig it. I just love the colors here. And this image of Clint is pulled from one of the posters. If you look at the full image here with the back included of the steelbook, we got a nice silhouette here. So nice steelbook all the way around, nice wraparound. I really dig it. Again, much better than the basic release. The other one we'll look at is Dirty Harry, which at Amazon and Walmart and Groove are all $30. That's right. Even Amazon and Walmart is putting this one at $30, which I think is about what, the normal that it's been for years. For the steelbook upgrade, $5 more than the basic release. I think $30 is a good price point for this. I think that's the best price point for this. And I don't know why Dirty Harry's the only one out of the three to be marked down at $30 at Amazon and Walmart, but it is. The art is very different from Pale Rider. Again, they're going with a more stylistic approach to sacrifice uniformity, which is my preference. I would much rather have something that fits a style of the movie than try and make all of these releases uniform, even though the styles of these movies are different. I'm not sure if this specific image was from a previous poster or not, but the colors are very similar to one of the original posters for Dirty Harry with that pink and yellow. So I definitely recognize the colors immediately, and it did give me vibes of Dirty Harry if you're familiar with the one of the original Dirty Harry posters. And what they went with here is very much a pop art style. I'm kind of mixed on it. The back continues that style. You can see it here and on the inside. So everything is very uniform within itself as far as the style goes. Again, I'm just kind of mixed on it. I don't think this is as good as the Pale Rider one. That's just me personally. I think a lot of with these pop art styles, people either really love them or they really hate them. People aren't necessarily mixed on them. I think they fit certain movies. Does it fit Dirty Harry? Yes, I think a little bit. I don't know, but I'll give some other suggestions when we get to the that section of the video. But let's move on to the last steelbook option, which is available, is the Outlaw Josey Wales on Amazon and Walmart. Is $35 and Groove will be $30. So all three of these are on Groove for $30. So that's the cheapest pricing out there right now. Not only is this the movie that I'm looking forward to the most, I think the steelbook design is the one that I like the most as well. I love the art style, the old distressed parchment. It's like an old Wanted poster, which is, what the movie is. You've got the posse down there on the bottom. On the back, you have him on his horse again, that old paper background with the Wanted parchment paper. The inside has a cool design as well. I really dig it with the table with all the tchotchkes and things on it, which I normally don't care that much about the inside art. Like, I really don't, but I kind of like this one, to be honest. And if you look at the front image again, the image itself is actually pulled from a previous poster. It's just laid out differently than that poster to kind of fit the steelbook design a little bit more. And I think that actually works. Again, I really like this design. I think this is my favorite out of the three. So let's go ahead and move on to the special features and the specs. We'll look at the specs first. I'm going to go and throw those up here, make them full screen, so you guys can pause this and take a closer look at it. All of the specs are the same for all three. I did verify that. So what you're seeing here is the same specs across all of them. So again, pause it if you want to get a deeper look. And then we'll go ahead and move on to the special features. So we'll look at Dirty Harry first. There are over 4 hours of special features for Dirty Harry with 5 featurettes and 2 documentaries. There's an interview gallery as well. Now, I did try and pull the information from previous DVD and Blu-ray releases to see what was actually new here and if we'd lost anything in this transfer, which does happen a lot. With a lot of these 4K releases, we lose special features from previous releases. However, that doesn't seem to be the case here. It looks like we got everything from the previous release plus some bonus stuff. The 2 new featurettes are Generations and Dirty Harry, as well as Lensing Justice. So those 2 appear to be the 2 new featurettes you're getting with this release. And apparently one of these documentaries is an hour and a half long. So that's basically a whole nother movie. So that's always nice to see, getting new, not only not losing anything, but actually getting bonus material with this release. So that's great if you are a Dirty Harry fan. Moving on to the Outlaw Josey Wales, what we have here is 5 featurettes as well as a documentary. Now, from trying to compare the 2, what I've seen is some of these are coming from the DVD, some of these are coming from the Blu-ray. The only thing I saw that was apparently new was the Outlaw and the Anti-Hero, which I did not see listed on any of the other releases. I also don't think I saw the documentary either. So the documentary may be new, but I know one of these featurettes is new, and you're not losing anything from the previous releases. All of those are carrying over here. Again, that's always nice to see. Looking at the final one, the Pale Rider special features, what we have here is 2 featurettes and 3 documentaries. Now, everything here appears to be new. I didn't see any special features on any of the previous releases. I didn't see any special features on the DVD release. I didn't see any special features on the Blu-ray release, outside of them just throwing a theatrical trailer on those releases. So Pale Rider, they list as over 3 hours of special features. That seems to be a massive upgrade from nothing, which is essentially what you got before. Now, again, I could be incorrect. It's much easier for me to judge the to look at these special features when I actually have them on the movie. But what I have is a Clint Eastwood collection. And so I don't have the individual release. There weren't any special features on these, so I can't really judge it against what I physically own. I can only judge it from the information that I can find online. Overall, I'm very impressed with all the special features across all 3 of these releases. You're not losing anything in these transfers, and plus you're getting extra stuff, which, unfortunately with a lot of physical media, we have been losing stuff in these transfers, and much less do we get new stuff. Very, very rarely do we get new stuff. The Constantine 4K release had a nice special feature on that. Was like almost 20 minutes of like interviews and a look back retrospective. And that was a great thing to see because, again, we don't get a whole lot of new stuff. So I'm very pleased with the special features on all 3 of these releases. So let's look at what's missing from this release or some things that I would change. But what we will look at is some alternate art and some initial steelbook designs that they originally had put out. So there were some initial designs for both Dirty Harry and Pale Rider steelbooks that were put out by whoever runs Clint Eastwood's X account. I don't imagine Clint Eastwood actually runs that, but I believe that is his official account, and they were put out by him. So this was actually the steelbook that was put out for the Pale Rider as the initial steelbook design. Obviously, all these are subject to change, and I think he said that in his post. But this was the design that was originally put out, and this is obviously based on, the original poster for Pale Rider. And this is the design I would have liked to have seen on the basic release, to be honest, because I think it's better than what the basic release is. Again, it's all a matter of preference, but I do think that what they went with the sunset color, I think is a much better design than this one. So I'm glad they changed it. I do think that the one they went with is better than the initial design, which is here. They also released this design for Dirty Harry. Now, this was again, the first design steelbook that they put out there, obviously subject to change, which it did change. Very different than the pop art style that they ended up going with. Even though I'm kind of mixed on that pop art style, I think it's better than this design. I think it might be, I do think it might be better than this. So I think they overall made a good call changing both of these. But here, I'll put the Dirty Harry one because I think it's more competitive here.
Versus.
So this is the first steelbook design that they put out, and this is the steelbook design that they ended up going with for Dirty Harry. I always like these verses, so comment and let me know which one is your preference below. So they did not put out an initial design for Outlaw Josey Wales steelbook. That was the design we got, apparently, was the only design. Now, there is a very memorable poster for the Outlaw Josey Wales, I think is one of Clint Eastwood's most memorable posters, and they didn't actually go with that. Now, they took elements from this poster to use in the Steelbook, but they obviously went with the other Steelbook design, which is taking elements from a different poster. So, it's all just a matter of preference, but I think I'm happy with the Steelbook design that they went with. As I said earlier, the main thing I would have changed about all of this stuff is that the basic release designs, I don't like them. You're sacrificing style for uniformity. It's not my preference. I think they look very boring, me personally. And again, none of the images I saw had them with slipcovers, so I think that's a massive disappointment.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
So to recap all the options with the updated pricing, we've got the Outlaw Josey Wales basic release for $25, Pale Rider basic release for $25, the Dirty Harry basic release for $25, the Outlaw Josey Wales Steelbook is now $37 on Amazon and Walmart, and then $30 on Groove, so definitely go for Groove for that one. The Pale Rider Steelbook is now $37 on Amazon and Walmart, and $30 on Groove, and Dirty Harry is $37 on Amazon and Walmart, and $30 on Groove. As always, these prices are subject to change, as they changed while I was editing this video. So hopefully this information was useful to somebody out there. I always love doing these videos. It gives me a chance to expand on things that I don't get to talk about as much in the new release wall videos, which is just an overview of what's coming out for the month. I will obviously talk about these briefly again in my new release wall video for April. Like, to me, the one I'm most looking forward to, as I said, is Outlaw Josey Wales. But which one are you looking forward to the most? Or have you already pre-ordered any of these? And are you going to go with the basic releases or the Steelbooks? Just comment and let me know. Always interested to see what it is you guys are interested in picking up. I want to thank everybody for sticking around on this video. Thank you, subscribers. All of you are awesome. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff or don't. I'm not a beggar. I'm Geetrue64, and I always tell you the truth.